Hi, I'm Ed Rivas.
And I'm Mary Rivas, and we own the Avenue boarding house at 328 East Princeton. I grew up in Claremont, went to all the Claremont schools. My dad worked as a maintenance man at the Claremont colleges, so we rented a two-story old home on Foothill Boulevard.
I grew up in Alhambra, border El Sereno. A lot of old homes there, old homes and churches, and that's kind of where I got my love for old homes.
Well, growing up in Claremont and with my dad working at the colleges, my brother and I were always riding our bikes or skating or whatever around the colleges. And when we came to a yard sale here, the sale was actually throughout the yard, and it reminded me of the colleges. We had just built a house from the ground up in San Gabriel.
When we saw the outside of the house, though, we talked about it. What a unique house. There were characteristics about it that you don't see every day. So we kind of like, well, why don't you leave them a card and have them call us if they ever wanted to sell the house.
We left our name and number, and she wrote us a letter, and we came out and we bought the house sight unseen. We had never even walked in the house. We bought it because of the grounds and the mature trees, and yeah, it's a wonderful property. We bought it in 1993. Our house used to be a boarding house down on Euclid, where the Granada Theater is. And it was moved in 1926 to its current location. So next year, it'll be here 100 years. Fred and Fred Clapp are the people that moved it up the avenue, and they raised their two kids here. They in turn told us about their cousin, who is the children's author, Beverly Cleary. And that opened up, we started corresponding with her and finding out more. And the daughter that grew up here that we were able to locate through the alumni office at the high school brought all sorts of photographs that we have framed and found out more of the history of the house.
Quite a few. The latest one is what we call the tower, fire lookout tower, which is in the back.
And that's probably what we're proudest of right now, because we had to go through a lot. We had to go through the preservation committee. They had to okay the build itself, the siding, the roofing materials, everything had to coordinate with the original boarding house. It's nice that the city has noticed the hard work we've done to try to maintain the house, the grounds, and keep the history of the College Park District. Well, I think we're keeping the history alive, and hopefully from keeping the grounds and the home taken care of, more people will want to move into the area and keep the architecture, as it was originally, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like the Chaffey library. When you go in there, you can see the different designs that whoever the architect is or was made it like no other library, and made it so you can feel the history right walking up through the front door.
It's definitely Chaffey High School, because there's such a tradition there. We love where we live because we'll see the cross-country coach taking the kids every fall when they run by the house, or we hear the bells from the bell tower, and on Christmas they play Christmas music. We hear the Friday night games and the graduation, and It's such a gorgeous campus.
I would say to maintain the integrity of this old town.
Yeah, we have a lot of books on Ontario. A lot of the old homes and buildings have either burned down or been torn down. So this is such gorgeous architecture. It needs to be preserved. Do it. It's a lot of hard work, but it's a one-of-a-kind type of life. And our children both bought historic homes because they loved living in this area and in this old house.